Okay, today I'm going to do a recipe for Morning Glory muffins. I'm going to start with the dry ingredients. So 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of raisins, half a cup of coconut, shredded coconut, sweetened or unsweetened, your choice. And then I've put all the spices in here. You'll need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And it calls for a cup of brown sugar, but I try to go half my sugar in my recipes because I'm going to add chocolate chips later, but I have about 3/4 a cup of brown sugar. And I'll just take a general whisk, and I will whisk it to incorporate the baking soda, the salt, and everything amongst the flour. And just give it a good stir. And now the wet ingredients, I'll do them separately. 2/3 cup of oil. I have sunflower oil. I have used corn oil and it works out just fine. 1/4 cup of orange juice. 3 eggs. And I'll just give that a whisk. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I make my own vanilla. I just put 2 pods scrape of vanilla bean into brandy. I find the brandy gives it really good flavor. And you let it sit for 3 months. And give it a good shake every now and then. You have your own homemade vanilla extract. So I'll just whisk that up. Okay, I'll set that aside, and I'm just going to shred some carrots. You need 2 cups. I'm assuming this will be about 2 cups, and then 1 Granny Smith apple. And I'll always take the peel off. I find if you don't take the peel off, it gets in the muffin and it's kind of chewy. So after that, we'll be right back. I've shredded I got 2 cups of carrots. I'm just going to add that. And you can use, I used a food processor, and this is kind of like how you want it. I've used the big size of a hand grater, and I find it's just a bit too thick, but if you do the finely shredded, and same with the apple, the granny apple. And also you'll want to preheat your oven to 350. And I have mine on convection bake. If you don't have a convection bake, use your normal baking. And I'll just stir that up. And I always add my dry ingredients to my wet. And I always add I have sea salt caramel chips. I'll add them last. You can use regular, I use semi-sweet. You can use whatever you like. I just like the flavor of the sea salt. And just incorporate that. Okay, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to fill muffin tins. It makes 12 muffins. I put papers in because it's easier. You don't have to add oil. So I always do a heaping tablespoon. I like them nice and full. And then when I get them all full, if I have any left at the end, I'll just top them all up. And I find that I don't have orange today, but grated orange zest adds a really nice flavor to it as well. If you have that and want to add it. I've done grapefruit as well. I just don't have one today. like I said, I've got my oven preheating at 350, and because I'm using convection bake, it takes about 23 minutes. It might take a bit longer if you're using conventional oven, but when I try about 25-26 minutes, and when a toothpick comes out clean, you know they're done. And there you go. And I'll just wait for the oven to preheat, and then I'll show you when they're cooked. So I just took them out of the oven, 23 minutes, and put a toothpick, and comes out clean. And I will just take them out of the muffin tin to sit on the table to cool down. And there you go, morning glory muffins.